this shit on my shirt. But fuck all that. How y'all doing out there? This Easy Work Boxing, man. About to hit you everywhere down on your feet with this one. Please like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. You know, nobody's talking no racism. You know, just keep it 100 with the people. That's all I do. You know, whatever y'all want to talk about tonight, we're going to talk about. But you see the title of the video, you know, with Prince Charles Martin versus Luiz Ortiz. I got to give my opinion on that. I go with Luiz Ortiz all day. Charles Martin, to me, is a fluke fighter. Charles Martin only won a championship that Anthony Joshua took from him because it was he won by the other fighter being injured. I think the champion who he took that WBO title from, or was it the IBF? It was one of them titles Charles Martin, Prince Charles Martin had, but he lost that title. I mean, he won that title due to the fighter being injured in the ring. He didn't go out there and just beat the guy to get a belt. So Charles Martin, you know, I don't have no faith in Prince Charles Martin. Nothing negative against you, my brother, but no. You didn't win no title. You know what I'm saying? From going out there beating the guy. You know, the guy got injured. So I'm going with Luiz Ortiz all the way. Yeah, everywhere but under your feet. What's up, Master? What's up with you? I ain't gonna lie, Charles Martin gonna get slipped if the ref don't stop it, bro. Yeah, Luiz Ortiz is very technical. Luiz Ortiz is very technical. I consider Deontay Wilder a better fighter than Charles Martin. Charles Martin fought Anthony Joshua. He's saying that he's coming back for redemption against Anthony Joshua, but I don't see that being possible because I don't think that Prince Charles Martin has the fighting ability, the skill level to beat Anthony Joshua. Even though both of them started late in boxing, AJ started late in boxing, and Prince Charles Martin, even Deontay Wilder, I would say that Anthony Joshua is the more technical out of all them three heavyweights. You know, I have to say that Anthony Joshua is more technical out of them three. So, yeah, Happy New Year's to everybody. You know what I'm saying? Happy New Year's to everybody. We in 2020, baby. We made it. Cheers. And Happy New Year's. But out of all them three that started late in boxing, I say Joshua is the most technical. I said Joshua is the most technical. And that'll be hard to, you know, go with when you go know for a fact, you know, that Usyk beat Anthony Joshua. So it'll make people say, well, Wilder could knock out Usyk, which Wilder could knock out Usyk. But you can't use the triangle effect. I think, you know, at the end of the day, Anthony Joshua's still the most technical. But I'm not saying that Wilder can't beat Usyk. I know for sure that Prince Charles Martin can't beat no damn Usyk, so you ain't even got to worry about all that shit. But like I said, I'm going with Luiz Ortiz tonight, probably by stoppage, or either on the scorecard. Either way, I'm not going with. Yes, sir, I'm okay. What's up with you? Happy New Year's to you. For this fight, I don't see Charles Martin winning this fight. I ain't gonna cap. Wilder beats all the UK fighters besides Fury and Usyk, in my opinion. AJ slept Joseph Parker too. Yeah, Joseph Parker, I don't know. I think Joseph Parker just was a nigga that got lucky and ran across a title because he didn't even give a good fight against Anthony Joshua. You know, and he been getting beat by Chisora, I think, and I don't see Joseph Parker as a stand-up heavyweight. And we need to start figuring who is the gate. Derek Chisora the gatekeeper of heavyweight? I think he may be for the UK, but I don't know if he is for the United States. Who's the United States gatekeeper? Who's the United States heavyweight gatekeeper? I don't know. I'm trying to think. Who's the United States gate? What heavyweight they put in front of. They really have tried to make Luiz Ortiz the gatekeeper. No, you can't say Wilder the gatekeeper. No, Wilder ain't there yet. Even though he lost twice to Tyson Fury, he ain't there yet as the gatekeeper. The gatekeeper, nah. What heavyweight? But no, I won't say Bermain is Stavern. Areola, that's a good pick. Areola is a good pick to say a gatekeeper at heavyweight. Yeah, Areola, that's a good name. Hey, y'all also know that Big Baby Miller's supposed to be coming back. Andy Ruiz, nah. Andy Ruiz ain't made it to that status yet. And he just got one defeat off a rematch, so we can't say that. Yeah, Big Pharmacy back. Big steroid user back. Talk all that shit. He had a $6 million fight, fucked it up, taking steroids. This nigga had 3 different steroids in his body. I don't know what the fuck he was thinking about. It shows his lack of confidence in himself, though. It shows that he really feel that he couldn't beat Anthony Joshua, on fair terms, and he could say what he want, you know what I'm saying? He could take it personal, there's no disrespect, but that literally proves that you are not the man that you say you are. If I can beat you and then I go and cheat to beat you, it shows that I didn't really think I could beat you. So when at the press conference between him and Big Baby Miller, when he pushed Anthony Joshua, I think sometimes when you see fighters push other fighters, it's because that fighter is intimidated. It's not because, they on fire or because, look at Caleb Plant versus Canelo. Even though that fight was rigged to me, but pushing don't necessarily mean that fighter, is really heated up or nothing. That shit be bullshit. Pushing me ain't gonna do nothing to me. But I'd like to see Wilder versus, what's his name? Big Baby Miller. I'd like to see that now. Because, if y'all forgot, Big Baby Miller said, he used to be with Deontay Wilder, old lady back in the day, or he had sexual encounters, allegedly, with Deontay Wilder, old lady. So I would love to see that fight. I'd love to see the hype for Big Baby Miller versus Wilder. It'll be good for Wilder to take some names like that, highlighted fighters with it, like Dillian White. I would love to see Wilder fight Dillian White because, like I told y'all, Dillian White talked too much shit. And Deontay Wilder should have been blitzed his ass, but for some reason he ain't gonna do it yet. That's a comeback fight for Wilder. I don't like Wilder versus Andy Ruiz because I see Wilder knocking the sneakers out of motherfucking Andy Ruiz. Hey, that's an easy fight for Wilder. Y'all gotta remember the height advantage, the power of Wilder. Wilder is not AJ. Wilder, yes, I said that AJ is more technical than Wilder, but Wilder's fighting style, he would knock Andy Ruiz's ass out. He would knock his ass out. So Tank was intimidated by Gamboa. He pushed Gamboa. And hold on, let me say this too, let me clarify this. The push is also to sell the fight. The push is also to sell the fight. It may not mean that fighter is also intimidated, but I think the intimidated one is the one that got to put their hands on the other. Like, if Gamboa ain't say nothing disrespectful to him, why did you have to push him? You know what I'm saying? It can be selling the fight, and then it can be intimidation from my point of view. Because why I'm going to push a man for no reason? Now, if you say something disrespectful, then yeah, I'll push you, do whatever I got to do. But if we just talking shit and we in each other's face, what I'm going to push you for? What's going to happen out of that? What am I going to get out of that? Low ball, what's up? I like to see Valdez and Shakur, but you know Valdez stay ducking. That ain't gonna happen. They trying to get Valdez to fight. What's that boy name? Navarrete, or whatever the hell the fuck you pronounce his name. They ain't gonna let Shakur Stevenson go and eat up Valdez. They know that's an easy fight for Shakur Stevenson. Now Valdez ain't no joke. Valdez is a brawler who can box, but I can't say that he beat Bercho off sheer ability. Now knowing that he a steroid user. But Shakur Stevenson, he can be on Oscar Valdez can be on more steroids than he can put in his fucking system. And Shakur Stevenson still gonna mop the floor with his ass. But they know that, so that's why they don't want to see Shakur Stevenson. See, Bob Arum, he got this, I don't know, you know Bob Arum a Jew. No, shout out to the Jews. I ain't dogging Jews, but he is a Jew. Every black fighter that Bob Arum get, he hold them back. Look at Terrence Crawford and Lomachenko. Terrence Crawford should have been bigger than Lomachenko. They wouldn't even promote Terrence Crawford fights after on Lomachenko programs. Terrence Crawford was fighting Amir Khan on pay-per-view. They didn't even promote it on Lomachenko's fight that he was having on ESPN. So when people talk all this shit about Bob Arum saying, oh, I lost money off Terrence Crawford. Motherfucker, you are the promoter. You were supposed to be my advertiser. Bob Arum wouldn't even put him on Lomachenko events, nor mention Terrence Crawford fights. So when people say to Bob Arum, oh, I ain't make no money off, that's your fucking fault. You should have been a good promoter and promoted his fights. Whatever money you didn't make was your fault. He needs to talk more, which basically means they wanted Terrence Crawford to be ignorant. You know, do the black stereotype, act ignorant, talk cash shit, flash a lot of money. Why I got to do that? I'm a fighter. I'm not a fucking rapper. Why I gotta go out here and act ignorant and flash a lot of money and talk a lot of shit? I ain't that type of person. I talk my shit in the ring. See, they want to stereotype. See, think about this. Floyd became Money Mayweather when he became what? A nigga. Not the pretty boy. When he became a nigga, that's when he started getting real money in boxing. As long as you pick up, in any form of entertainment, as long as you pick up that black stereotype, you're gonna sell. It's on YouTube. Y'all see all these niggas with all these 100,000 views. Ain't talking about shit but negativity, stupid shit, gang shit. It's the same thing. So how people gonna say it's Terrence Crawford's fault that Bob Arum? You my promoter, nigga. If we ain't selling this because you ain't promoting. What's the point of me needing a promoter then? If I'm paying you to promote me and you're not promoting me, what the fuck? How that's my fault? Wilder too big for Big Baby and Dillian White. Sorry as fuck got slept by Povetkin. That was a nice ass uppercut by Povetkin though. That was some I don't know if he skilled or he perfected that shit or something, but the way he slid over to the right and then went up with that uppercut and caught, that was good. Yeah, some fighters don't matter like Floyd. You can use all the steroids. I said stereos. You can use all the steroids you want. Just like Shakur said, they smart their IQ too much. Let's be honest, all jokes aside, who was really holding back the Spence versus Crawford? Everyone's saying Crawford, but you know the truth. Never gets talked about really scared for it. I'm just going to put it like this. I'm not even finna go into Spence, Crawford, who ducking. If you can't read between the lines, I don't know what to tell you. That's all I'm going to say. I'm tired of talking about this shit. I mean, I just want to... I'm gonna put it into the form of the streets. Y'all always know, because I'm out the hood. I'm gonna let y'all know put in the hood. If it's two dudes in the hood, one dude moved from out of town and he was known for kicking ass out of town. And this is a dude that stay in this town said, oh, once he come to this town, I'm gonna kick his ass. Okay, the dude moved to the town. He started kicking other dude's ass around the town. Now the same dude who said when he come here, I'm gonna kick his ass, he say, I'm gonna wait 2 years before I kick his ass. What that sound like to you? Some motherfucking ducking. That's the best way I can put it to you. If you can't understand it that way, then ain't no way you're gonna ever understand it. I'm tired of talking about Terrence Crawford and Spence. That shit don't make no sense to even argue with me. I just broke it down to you the best way there is to break some shit down. I'm tired of talking about Terrence Crawford. If people can't see who it is, don't want that fight, they ain't gonna never see it. And I don't have the breath, air, oxygen to keep motherfucking trying to inform you about it. Now you keep going on to these other platforms listening to that bullshit if you want to, but that's, hey, live your life. You do what you do. You go on there and you listen to that shit you want to. But I ain't stupid. And I ain't saying other people are stupid either, but just learn how to read between the lines on the shit. In your opinion, who has the best chance to beat Canelo? I think Canelo runs into the wrong fighter, he loses again. First, as long as Canelo pick his opponents, he ain't gonna lose. Canelo's smart. Canelo has used the Floyd Mayweather game plan, fight plan on steroids. Now, you'll be a fool to sit up here and say Floyd didn't do... Well, Floyd was different, though. Floyd picked his opponents, but Floyd picked legendary opponents. Canelo picks fighters that don't have power, that can't move a lot. He do shit like that. But Canelo is a worse of Floyd Mayweather. I'm gonna put it to you like that. But he earned his position. You know what I'm saying? Do we like what he's doing with the crown? Hell no, we don't like what he's doing with the crown. But he earned his spot. He earned it. He has the right to pick and choose who he wants to pick and choose. But what's gonna destroy his... See, you can go around and be the cash cow boxer, but he gonna destroy it if he don't do these fights. If he don't fight David Benavidez, most definitely, his career is fucking tarnished. If he don't fight Charlo or Triple G or Demetrius Andrade before his career up, ain't no more Canelo Alvarez. I don't give a fuck what Roberto Duran or none of them talking about he already a legend. No, the fuck he is not. No fucking legend. Yes, he's undisputed by going out there fighting white European fighters with no power. Yeah, he undisputed. I give him that. But at the end of the day, hell no. If it's about the legacy fights that makes you great. The legacy fights. If you ain't doing no fucking legacy fights, if you out there fighting Andrew Yildirim's and shit like that, Caleb Smiths and shit like that, that don't make you no goddamn legend. That don't do nothing. Now, he gonna go in the Hall of Fame simply because he's undisputed and because his catalog of fights. But also, let me talk about this shit with Canelo Alvarez, because I'm getting tired of hearing about this shit with Canelo, this green shit. Canelo Alvarez turned professional when he was 15 years old, which means he was beating grown men ass since he was 15 years old. Why y'all keep saying that he was green when he fought Floyd? Why y'all keep saying he won in his prime when he fought Floyd? That's a fucking... Floyd beat the shit out of Canelo Alvarez. That boy was 22, 23 when he fought Floyd. 22, that means from 15, Canelo had, 7 years experience? 8 years experience as a professional? And he went out there and got his ass mopped? And y'all still saying that, oh, it don't count? Get the fuck out of here. He got his ass whooped. He was a professional fighter at 15. He fought Floyd when he was 22, 23 years old. So what about the other grown men ass he whooped? If he would have lost to them, would he have been green then? Because he was whooping grown men at 15. Get the fuck out of here. Like Floyd said, ain't shit changed about Canelo besides the fact that he didn't learn how to do a good liver punch and an uppercut, head movement, and move around the ring. He can cut off a ring well. Yeah, because he's running from these 8 divisions. Duck list getting bigger and bigger on him. He gonna duck Charlo. Charlo don't really want to fight Canelo. That's a stall for Charlo. Charlo needs to be taught. Why this? I don't understand. This is why I don't really like talking about boxing no more, because it pisses me off. Charlo's supposed to be talking about Demetrius Andrade. They both at 160. Both got titles. Unification fight. They offered you $7 million. Charlo, who else are you gonna make $7 million with right now? It ain't another fighter out there that can give Charlo $7 million besides Canelo. Eddie Hearn is offering you $7 million to fight Demetrius Andrade, a fight that's been 10 years, 8 years old. What the fuck is he waiting on? He talking about Canelo. Canelo is looking at them niggas like a baby mama that he don't want to deal with no more. He don't want to fuck with them. Why y'all keep calling out, fuck Canelo, this man is going to cruiserweight. And people screaming, Canelo. Canelo don't want to fuck with y'all. Y'all ain't even doing enough talking to make the fight happen. All they keep saying is, I want Canelo. Make it happen. Disrespect Canelo. Make everywhere Canelo go, you go. I don't give a fuck if he going to McDonald's. You pull up behind him with video camera. You make the fight happen, man. They ain't doing that. Let's be honest. The reason boxing is dead is because the best ain't fighting the best, and the fans just go off what they think. But styles make fights. Even if Tyson got knocked out, bro. You gotta blame the fans and you gotta blame the business. Cause the fans keep pushing the business side and they ain't got nothing to do with the shit. We as fans ain't making $1 off a fight. So I don't understand why everybody wanna talk about 60-40s and how much it is. We ain't making no motherfucking money. We just fans. We supposed to just watch the fight. We ain't getting $1 off this shit. And every time you see somebody with a video, behind the scenes and the business side and this person made, I don't give a fuck what you made. Get in the ring. Charlo ain't fought a champion or a former champion once. Yes, sir, you must seen that. Don't nobody know that about Charlo, though. He been at 160 and had 6 fights, and ain't fought a former or used to be, today's or former champion yet with this lines only shit. And he got beat by Matt Corbo. I watched that fight. Matt Corbo beat the shit out of Jamal Charlo, and they took that fight from that man. And people don't know, Matt Corbo, they say, is a known alcoholic. But he can fight. I feel sorry for the nigga he be in a bar and think he's something sweet. That left hand ain't nothing to fuck with. Man, he hit Jamal Charlo on his face so many fucking times with a straight left hand. That boy, Matt Corbo can box. Besides, I said he drank. He a grown man, he do what he want to do. I ain't judging no man from what he do. But that man could beat people ass. And he beat Charlo ass that night. I watched that fight. In fact, him and his brother lost that night. That was their first card they ever had, headline. See, Charlos ain't gonna headline no more. They fucked that up. They lost on the same card. They had to give it to one of the brothers. losing on the same night. Both of them got their ass beat. Yeah, he gave him hell. Oh, Jamel. Yeah, Jamel lost to Castano. He most definitely lost to Castano, but they gave it to him, you know. And he got real quiet after that fight, too. He didn't want nobody to keep talking about the fact that you really got your ass whooped. Triple G lost to Derevchenko, but the ref saved him. I watched it. I ain't really watched Derevchenko versus Triple G. I'm not a real fan of Triple G no more. I wasn't a fan of him when he was hot. You know, Triple G got one of the best jabs in boxing, but you know, Triple G doing some dope shit. You know, he just out. But you gotta, people not understanding this. No, I know a lot of Triple G fans or a lot of people who thought Triple G was the shit. They robbed that man twice, bro. They robbed Triple G twice. I can understand if he ain't got the same heart or love for boxing that he once had. They robbed the shit out of that man. Canelo did not beat him. So I could see Triple G like, fuck the sport of boxing. I'm just gonna make me some fights, make me some money, fuck these niggas. I'm not finna go back through that shit again. I beat this boy twice and he stole my fight from me. Easy, what do you think of the Paul brothers and one of the brothers, I guess, supposed to be fighting Mike Tyson? This Paul brother shit is stage entertainment. Stage entertainment. In my mind, there's no way that, regardless of what martial artist it is, there's no way a YouTuber can jump off YouTube and be the person that has been training for years. I just can't see it. I ain't saying it can't happen. It probably can happen with somebody who used to fight and fought for years and then come back and be somebody who currently, you know, reigning in a martial art. But for YouTubers to jump off a keyboard from hitting upload and go live and they beat motherfucking people, come on, man. Hell no, y'all. But boxing is not fighting. Boxing is not street fighting. This shit is totally different. Hell no, I don't believe it. Them niggas bad for the sport. They good for entertainment for their fans. But for the sport, all I hear is that they do a lot of hugging all they fights. Hugging is not a part of boxing. I mean, clinching is, but hugging all night, no, I don't like what they bring. I liked it because it brought, you know, they fan base, which they had a large fan base on YouTube to boxing, but hell no, man. I don't like that Paul brother shit. I think it's a no need for them motherfuckers. You know, not to hate on them, I'm happy they getting their money, you know, but that shit suck. Triple G is doing too much outside the ring, meaning trying to do business, which causes one not to stay focused. I mean, but what do you expect when you've been cheated out of your fights, your championship belts, your legacy, and they give it to this sorry ass nigga Canelo? You know, you'll lose. I mean, look at what happened to Marvin Hagler versus Sugar Ray after that fight. That man went all the way overseas and shit. He started doing movies in Italy and shit. You know what I'm saying? And which I feel that Sugar Ray Leonard did beat Marvin Hagler. Sugar Ray was just a smarter fighter that night. He was smarter. He beat him. I think that if Marvin Hagler would have came out in southpaw from jump, he would have beat Sugar Ray Leonard. But for some reason, he felt to come out there orthodox, try to switch it up, and that was bad for him. But see, it's Sugar Ray influenced a lot of fighters. He even influenced Oscar De La Hoya. Oscar De La Hoya learned from Sugar Ray Leonard the 30-second combo. And that's why Sugar Ray Leonard beat Hagler by basically playing with him and making points throughout the round. But then at the end of every round, he'll go off on him. He'll throw this, he'll throw that, he'll throw combinations to win the rounds. Oscar De La Hoya was another fighter that did that. Just like I tell people, I found out from watching Canelo only fights at the 1 minute and 50-second mark. If I ain't mistaken, yeah. Canelo, if you watch Canelo, watch his last 2-3 fights and watch. He been boxing so long and know how the time is in the ring that he only goes after his opponents after a minute and damn near 30 seconds. And that's how he win majority of his rounds. Oh, look. And then the thing is, with Canelo, it's easy as fuck to beat Canelo Alvarez. Floyd God damn, people don't pay attention to boxing for real. They just be watching fights or something. All you have to do with Canelo Alvarez, I'm telling you this, is easy and have power. That's why he ain't. The sad thing is, the only technical fighter like that I can see whooping his ass is Demetrius Andrade. But with power and you stand in front of Canelo, he love for you to back up. Don't back up. Look how Floyd did him, a smaller fighter. Floyd knew that Canelo gets off on opponents moving backwards. Floyd, watch the fight. Go back and watch the fight again. Why y'all think soon as round one, soon as the bell rang, Floyd ran straight to the center of the ring and stood there? Because when he did that, he fucked Canelo whole game plan up. Canelo was expecting Floyd to run because he was a bigger fighter. So when Floyd came right there and stood, he like, the fuck? He can't show it because, he fighting him. But in his head, he was like, the fuck this nigga doing? I thought I was going to have to chase him. Floyd knew he make a fight the fuck out of me going backwards, but he can't fuck with my boxing knowledge and my traps I'm going to set for him standing in front of him. See, Floyd is very smart. That's what people don't, that's Floyd greatness. Floyd is smarter than a motherfucker. And he had a great team, his uncle now. That man Floyd ran out there and stood right in front. Canelo ain't know what to do. It confused him. Because they weren't prepared for that. They weren't prepared for Floyd to come out there and stand in front. They were like, damn, he gonna. Floyd said, I'm gonna beat your ass of pure technical thinking and ability. And he whooped that ass. Pigeon Mike, what's up? What I think of you, DJ want to know what I think of the Young Dog situation. Bullshit and lies. That's what I think of the Young Dog situation, DJ. Bullshit and lies. I appreciate your thoughts, brother. I wish I had something to donate to you, man, but I'm broke until I get paid. Long time subscriber, builder, cartoon, man. Your boxing is dead. Thank you, Timothy. I appreciate you, bro. Whenever you can, you do what you do. Just stay tuned to the channel. I appreciate you, bro. I watched that fight as a little fella on TV, Leonard versus Hack. What's up, Charles Wilson? Jake really gonna get slept by the weakest boxer in the division, I promise. That shit is entertainment. It's staged, y'all. Most of first was on all national TV. I watched all those fights. Hold on, Ease. Let's not forget, Canelo was way more. What? Let's not forget, Canelo was way. Nobody gives him credit. What you mean by that, Sir? He weighed more than Floyd? Or are you saying that people don't give Canelo credit for fighting Floyd? Is that what you're saying? Canelo should have got no credit. See, like Floyd, people say that Floyd weight drained Canelo. Floyd did not weight drain Canelo. Canelo manager did some stupid shit and said that they will fight Floyd Mayweather at a catch weight. Leonard Ellerby saw that shit and he made the motherfucking fight. He did not make Canelo go to no fucking catch weight. Canelo offered himself out at a catch weight to fight Floyd. And why wouldn't Floyd take that shit? See, that was Canelo fuck up on being too eager to take the crown. Canelo was too eager to take the crown. He should have set his little young ass down, kept being on them undercards, and waited for Floyd to retire. When Floyd retired, he had the seat. But no, I had Oscar De La Hoya in his ear. You can beat Floyd. You can beat Floyd. And you went out there and he whooped your ass like he did Oscar ass. You would have had the seat without a loss if you wouldn't have been listening to Oscar De La Hoya, dumbass. Oscar pushed that boy to go fight Floyd. Oscar was eager for that. You want to know how Oscar was eager for that? Because Oscar should have told him hell no when they even sent that contract. Canelo, what the fuck do you... Why would you fight one of the greatest boxers of our era at a catch weight? Do that sound right? See, that's why I be telling y'all, they be needing people who really care about them, who ain't about their business and want to goddamn get redemption off other niggas for your losses. You need somebody who really care for you. Because it was somebody who, if I was Canelo homeboy and I had my hands in that business shit, and he got that offer, or they want you to come in at 152 or whatever way he came in, I said, Canelo, fuck that fight. Do not fight Floyd Mayweather. Wait till he retire. Unless he offer you a fight at your weight class fair, do not fucking fight that man. That man on a whole nother fucking level. Do not fight him. Wait till he retire. You gonna have a seat. It wouldn't be really, besides the Laura fight, it wouldn't be nothing said. You could say about Canelo if he would have just stepped aside and let Floyd Mayweather do his thing. But he was too overconfident, listening to Oscar De La Hoya. And his ass went out there and he got his ass whooped like Oscar did. Oscar pushed him to fight that man. That ain't true. There's no article stating that Canelo tried to... I'm telling you, look that shit up, bro. Canelo and them offered that catch weight. Bro. You want to know how that's the truth, bro? How I'm not lying to you? Bro, do you really think that if Floyd would have sent a contract to Canelo at a catch weight without them saying it first, that they would have took it? They would have looked at it like, damn, Floyd trying to get you in the ring at a catch weight, trying to drain you and whoop your ass. They offered the shit. They felt that Canelo was such a bigger, stronger fighter that he could beat Floyd with a catch weight. And they fucked up. They asked him to come down to welterweight. But MW, you haven't stated who offered it first. And I'm telling you who offered it first. You may not believe me. You're going to have to research this, bro. Canelo asked, his team asked for that fight. But either way we go at it, it makes no difference. He took the fight. He shouldn't have took that fight. I'm sure he looked back on that shit and he was like, that was the worst mistake I ever fucking made. I shouldn't have took that fight. He'll still be undefeated. It won't be nothing nobody could really say about Canelo Alvarez. Undefeated, undisputed. Well, MW, bro, that's something me and you both have to research. But I know for a fact, Canelo and them all for Floyd that catchweight fight. If Floyd would have, think about it, MW, if Floyd Mayweather and them would have sent them the first contract offering Canelo a fight at a catchweight, they would have turned it down. And even if they would have turned it down, like you say, they offered it at welterweight, it was still stupid as fuck to go to 152. Because that'd been my fighter. I'd have called Floyd and said, you must be out your motherfucking mind to even think that I let my fighter go in here with your ass and you've been boxing since you was motherfucking 6 months. You got to be fucking stupid, Floyd. Don't even send us no bullshit like that. When you fight Canelo, or if you want to fight Canelo, you gonna fight Canelo at 154. And your ass gonna come in at 154. Other than that, you will never fight him. That's what I would have told his ass. It was a better option and he still got his ass whooped. You know something that really bothers me when I think about it? Every time I see Adrian Broner or a video about Adrian Broner, I get mad. Because I don't think people really understand what Adrian Broner went through or what he was going through. They set Adrian Broner up to fail, y'all. They set Adrian Broner up to fail. You know, he made his decisions. He did what he was supposed to do, but Adrian, I don't think he really had people in his corner really cared for him. I think AB had a bunch of dick riding ass people who didn't really care for him around him, man. Because, you know what I'm saying? Which you can't blame the Marcos Maidana fight on nobody but Adrian. Adrian himself, from what I understand, came out and said he chose to take that fight. And I respect that because he didn't duck him. But as far as the business side, yeah, Adrian probably could have, you know what I'm saying, went the other way on that fight. You know what I'm saying? But as a man, you got to respect him. Then I respect him because what he did for his homeboys, went back to the hood, got his homeboys out the hood. You know what I'm saying? That's some real nigga shit. You know, most niggas, they leave the hood, they leave their homeboys dead. He came back and made his homeboys 2 champions. You know, but once I heard the Floyd Mayweather, you know what I'm saying, conversation of how Floyd Mayweather played him, Floyd Mayweather brought him around, and you know, he had drinks and women everywhere, even though Floyd didn't drink, even though Adrian Broner is a grown man and can live and make his own decisions. When you in front of a guy you idolize and you see liquor and the baddest bitches you ever seen in your fucking life, you finna drink. Fuck the training, fuck being disciplined. I'm 23 years old. I'm damn near a millionaire. I'm making good money. I'm around my idol. He invited me to come see him. I'm finna get told to fuck up. I'm probably finna try to fuck one of these hoes. What do people expect? Floyd set that man up for failure, y'all. Do why you think Adrian Broner as Adrian Broner gets older and wiser, he dislikes Floyd even more, because as time goes on, it's coming to him seeing this motherfucker set me up for failure. He wanted me to be fucked up. He seen where I was going, and Floyd said, "I be goddamn if there'll be another me." If there'll be another me. Mayweather never profited off Adrian Broner. That's the only. Mayweather never profited off Adrian Broner. But if Adrian Broner would have been moved the way that Tank's moving, Adrian Broner would be the biggest thing in boxing. From how he started out, and if he would have, let's say he never fought Marcos Maidana after he beat Paulie Malignaggi, he started fucking with Mayweather Promotion. He signed to TMT. And I know that sounds crazy for me just saying how Floyd did him, but if somebody pushed Adrian Broner the way that Tank was being pushed after the Paulie Malignaggi fight, after he won his last title in the division, Adrian Broner would be the biggest star in boxing right now. And I'm saying, even though Tank fighting tomato cans and all this shit, Adrian Broner would be the highest motherfucking thing in boxing right now. And I'm talking about fighting them but tomato cans like Tank doing. AB would be there. He was on his way. And that's why he disliked the fuck out of Floyd, because he understand and he see it now as he getting older. That motherfucker played me. AB needs discipline. He has no type of discipline. If he had that, he would be one of the coldest. AB could have been way more than he is now. Ain't gonna lie, his swag and his skills in the ring was different than anybody in boxing. Bro, you speaking some fact. That's all I try to do. That's all I try to do, Highway. You know what I'm saying? That's all I try to do. That boy would have been great. And it may not have been the great that we wanted. It may not, we've been like, damn, Adrian, come on. When we did the same thing with Floyd. We doing it with Canelo. We doing it with a lot of fighters. But AB would have been a motherfucking man if he'd have been moved like Tank. If he had somebody in his corner really fucking cared about him, that boy would be smoking right now. He'd be hot. You had to juggle him with two hands because he too hot right now. What do you think about Eddie should have done differently when he fought Mikey or Porter? Let his hands go. Let his hands go. AB is strong. AB got a hell of a chin. AB can box. But if he fucking stopped that slapping hook shit and he stopped that single punch right hand shit and that jab and shit trying to be pretty, AB will beat some ass. Because he a good body puncher too, strong body puncher. AB will fuck some people up. AB can fight. He'll fuck a lot of them up. Y'all, we've been on for 48 minutes. Please go to the link in the description, subscribe to the new channel. Please, everybody, go to the description, subscribe to the new channel. Also, PayPal, Cash App, the links are there. If you want to donate to the channel, I would truly appreciate whatever you feel is, it's appropriate for you to donate. I would thank you. I appreciate that. But most of all, share these videos as much as possible. I would truly appreciate that, people. So y'all go to the description. Go to the links if you want to support the channel. I would truly appreciate that. The Oscar De La Hoya move AB better than Mayweather. Mayweather never had Broner. Yeah, I say that Oscar was moving him right. They had to move him right because we wouldn't know Adrian Broner if they didn't move him right. Adrian Broner was still early in his career. So they moved him right. Also, AB advertising himself and advertising himself. Yeah, it was a lot of nigga shit done to advertise himself. Like I said, Floyd Mayweather didn't start making money until he became the stereotype of a black man making money. Same way Denzel Washington didn't get an Oscar until he played a crooked cop. See, a lot of fighters been trying to steal Floyd blueprint to get success, but it ain't gonna work because we know it's carbon copied. Like Devin Haney trying to do it. Devin Haney making good money though, but he trying to flash and move to the Floyd status. But Devin Haney, you'll never be Floyd until you be a black stereotype. The Charlo brothers, they try to do it. They try to be young, fly, and flashy. And even though they do the black stereotype, they fighting ability ain't good enough to be Floyd. See, you gotta win and be great and be a nigga of that stereotype in order to get what Floyd was. You can't be the Charlos out here talking shit and getting your ass whooped in fights that they helping you win and then sitting up here thinking you Floyd. True enough, the Charlos got the money to stunt and the Charlos got the attitudes to be stereotypical niggas, but their performances don't add up to a Floyd. So their money, they'll never reach Floyd status. Now see Shakur Stevenson, all Shakur Stevenson got to do is get fly, arrogant, and ignorant. He'll be the next Floyd Mayweather. I got Castano in the rematch. Shakur Stevenson is the next Floyd Mayweather Jr. I think as soon as Shakur Stevenson can, he should leave Bob Arum ASAP. Out of there. Now, I done heard Terrence Crawford is signing back, well, not signing back, well, doing a fight deal for Josh Taylor or who the fuck else. But that just shows y'all. I don't know why Terrence would do that. Well, it just shows y'all Bob Arum is a fucking liar and that who promotes a fighter they make nothing off of? So you gonna come back into a deal with a fighter that you don't make nothing off? Get the fuck out of here. You see what I'm saying? You know bullshit now. From time, one thing good about time, it exposes the truth. That's the best thing about time. I make no money off Terrence Crawford, but yet you will sign him to make another fight, which is all business. You're going to make money regardless, like you've been making money, even though you lying and saying you ain't made nothing. That's fucking bullshit. Yeah, they love to see us downgrade and in the strip. Look how Floyd became. Floyd, let me tell you something. Majority of Floyd's fans did not come from boxing. You know what made Floyd Mayweather famous? Hate and envy. What made Floyd Mayweather one of the top selling boxers. You had black dudes who seen a boxer throwing a whole bunch of money around some beautiful bitches and they became fans. Then the hate also made fans because you want to see him lose so bad that you will pay to see this motherfucker lose. Because why? Nobody likes to see an arrogant black man flashing a lot of money and living good. It was hate and ignorance that made Floyd Mayweather rich. Hate and ignorance. If Floyd walked around in a suit and tie, acted corporately, and hey, how y'all doing? And there would be no Floyd Money Mayweather. When he was pretty boy, he didn't make shit like that. When he came out there, my name is money, my name is money, my name is money, my name is money, my name is money. When he came out there, I'm fly, I'm flashy, steak and potatoes for life. Then he hooked up with 50 Cent. 50 Cent, household name damn near. He was managed, Floyd managed himself great, man. Then he go to wrestling. Put himself in the rap game with 50. Hey, y'all, I'm a broke nigga. I'm gonna tell y'all straight up like this. Everybody who watching this, I'm telling y'all shit straight up. I'm a nigga who ain't, bro, if I get a shot to do anything, bro, I'm gonna be good at it. Anything, I'm going to be good at it. I'm gonna be good at it, bro. I know it. Floyd saw business. See, that's why when people be talking shit about Undisputed, that's why Floyd always say, and I hate that he say this because it fucks with me saying that Floyd is the best ever and he's never been undisputed. But like Floyd said on some real shit, your children can't eat off legacy. Your children can't eat off belts. I hate when he say that shit because he never been undisputed, and that fucks with me on making him TBE. But I'm gonna have to do some research and see who are some other greats that have never been undisputed themselves. And that's how I'm gonna narrow that down. But I'm not the person that says Floyd Mayweather is the best ever because he got money, because he's black. I go by the all-around game plan. No other fighter accomplished what he's done as a black man. No other fighter. I don't care how you put it. You want to say who he ducked. You got to think about all the fighters that ducked his ass because he was bad as hell too. So I say Floyd the best. I say he TBE, man. He the best in all areas. People say Michael Jordan the best because of all areas of the sport. Michael Jordan changed the game. It's hard to debate. How is he not the best? Even though times change, but oh, Thunderdome actually said that? That's surprising coming from Thunderdome. But yeah, Floyd was no joke. That's bullshit, MW. What the fuck is you talking about, MW? Come on now. Scottie Pippen was better than Jordan. If Scottie Pippen was better than Jordan, then why Scottie Pippen went over Jordan? Now I will say, Scottie Pippen was a bad motherfucker. Scottie Pippen was raw himself. Jordan did not win them championships by his goddamn self. You understand me? But nah, man. One-on-one, you can't tell me Jordan wouldn't beat Pippen. You can't tell me one-on-one Jordan would beat Pippen. See, Michael Jordan was the Mayweather of basketball. Michael Jordan knew basketball like the back of his hand. And he understand that being in great conditioning is how you be great. Like they say he used to practice. Why you think Kobe used to practice like that? Because Jordan used to practice like that. While everybody else sleep, Jordan in the gym. Jordan working out. Jordan perfecting his free throws, his jump shot, coming up with new ways to make shots. Think about it. Jordan brought this into the league. The fadeaway. This man changed the sport. How the fuck is he not the greatest? And people want to go talk about Kobe Bryant and LeBron James over Jordan. Jordan got one thing over them that don't none of y'all talk about. Defensive player of the motherfucking year. Now, I don't watch basketball. I don't know if LeBron ain't got that. I know Kobe didn't get it. Defensive player of the year. And the rings. And changed the game. And made the most money. Household name. Kobe is too. LeBron is too. But y'all know what I'm talking about. D Calico, what you talking about? Ortiz, y'all show some love, donate to the channel, hit that like button, donate to the channel, go to Cash App, go to PayPal. Easy work, we truly appreciate you. Let's talk. Let's go. Damn, I've been on an hour. I've been on an hour. I ain't got number 7 people watching right now, but I guess it's time for me to go and get off, y'all. It's time for me to go on, sit it down. I just want to thank y'all for tuning in tonight, everybody who tuned in. I thank y'all for y'all love and y'all support. Happy New Year to everybody. And y'all be safe out here. More videos to come. We're going to have to get into that another time, MW. I'm sorry, my brother. But thank y'all for y'all love and y'all support, man. Once again, it's Easy Work Boxing. I'm out.